Sat in my office, pondering my attempt at willpower. Giving up smoking. It's tough. You always just want one more, or the last one didn't count. The cigarette. Seems as though it's gonna last forever. But as time rolls on, all that is reduced to smoke, spreading through the air. And soon enough, it's nothing but cinders in an ashtray, and a flicked-away butt crushed on the bottom of the shoe of the very schmuck that sucked dry. Broke my concentration. The door swung open, her eyes fixed on mine. Big nut for a girlie. Sorry, honey. I'm not doing any more work. I closed my last case.
Closed? Well, I must be in the wrong office then. Because last time I heard, you got your client killed.
That is completely true. You are in the wrong office. And I closed my last case. And for the record, he got himself killed. I don't take kindly to abuse on my pretty face, especially when it's undue. Okay, little lady. I gathered your trouble by something I did or didn't do. So sit down and let me have it.
Mind if I smoke?
Yeah, I do, actually. I'm trying to quit and you're impeding my progress. So, tell me about this situation here.
My situation might have been entirely avoided if you had just done what you were hired to do.
Look, lady, I may be a detective, but that doesn't mean you have to make every sentence a mystery. Just come out and say what you gotta say.
Your last closed case? Well, he was a friend of mine. He wronged the mob in some way, and they shot him. But I'm not going to give them all the credit. You did your well-executed part.
I told you before, he got himself killed. He wouldn't let me do the job. He wanted all the action and excitement.
I'm sure you remember the situation. The Mafia is after us. They already got Giacconi. We witnessed a bump-off of one of their former members. We gave a detailed description of the men to the police. But the mob found out somehow. I think his girlfriend's in bed with them. We were receiving threatening letters in the mail and, well, you know what came of Mr. Giacconi. So now I'm thinking I'm next. So I need you to investigate this gang before they rub me off.
This wasn't a real case. It was a substitution for my unfinished work. Alright, now normally I'd charge half now and half later, but as this is an unfinished job, I'll let you pay all when it's finished. Now, is there any other information you could give me on these crooks?
Well, one of the envelopes had a return address, 305 LD Drive, which is the place we took witness to the shooting. It's just a big warehouse on an empty stretch of road. If that's all, I'd like to leave now.
Oh, in case you're interested, I'm Rosetta.
Took him out the back and plugged him. Twice in the head and twice in the back.
What about the missus?
She's having a shop meeting with the boss about a position here. When she's done, take her out back and reacquaint her with Giacconi.
Shane, why would you want to waste a precious thing like that? I was just going out the way with Eric here, and this little worm sneaks in.
Yeah, that's right. Thought it might have been a cat or something. And then you find this little guy strolling through our hallways.
I tried to say, hey, do you mind? I'm trying to quit. But it came out more like,
I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that last part.
I said, hey, do you mind? I'm trying to quit and I don't need you waving that cancer stick.
I'm sorry. Where are my manners?
I was tied up and gagged. Hadn't realized up until that point.
Wouldn't have thought you were a screamer, Mendoza. I thought you were tough.
Hold up, boys. I want this one.
And suddenly it all dawned on me. How didn't I get this before?
The girl lied to you? I'm sure she didn't mean any harm. She just wanted to protect yourself. You see, after I was told to eliminate my partner Giaccone, I was a little more than suspicious. What if they were planning on doing the same thing to me? I had to find out what they were going to do, and you were my means to do so. But as it turns out, they were only getting him out of the picture so that they could put me up to a new level of authority within our fine organisation.
She's having a short meeting with the boss about a position here. When she's done, take her out back and reacquaint her with Giaccone.
Nothing to say, huh? Well, that's not the first time I've made a man speechless before. Now listen, I'm gonna let you go. By the looks of your wrist, I think you've learned that we mean business. You pose no real threat. I have the whole family behind me.
Pose a threat? Me? Not likely. For Rosetta would have found those lackeys a bit of a threat, right before they fixed us some cement cross-trainers and sent it for a midnight run down the boardwalks. All I tried to do was help a pretty young dame out. But, knowing my luck, I end up with a knock on the head, a scorched arm, and I find out that I've been swindled, yet again, by another pretty face in a tight dress.
We both are lost and alone in the world. Walk with me